Welcome back to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank y'all so much for stopping by again today. Is living like a king in the Philippines a myth? Let's put that to rest today. You know, you hear a lot of vloggers on here saying that all that talk about living like a king in the Philippines is bullshit. Well, first of all, it's all subjective. Let me say that first. But if you got the right kind of money, and you've got the right type of circumstances over here, you can absolutely live like a king. And I'm going to tell you, there's levels to this. You've got the lower level kingship, the mid-level, and the upper level. I've absolutely met kings over here. So that's a lie. Just because they can't do it doesn't mean it can't be done. Or just because they're not doing it, it doesn't mean it's not being done. Ladies and gentlemen, under the right circumstances, you can absolutely live like a king over here. When I first came to the Philippines, well, not first came to the Philippines, but on one of my first trips to the Philippines in 2010, because I came over in 2009, I was in Debunking with my son's mother. It was the first date we really had. We were going to Bantayan Island, but we ended up in Debunking. And we met a lady, a Filipino, and she invited us to dinner. She says, yeah, I'm married to a foreigner. And I'm thinking, okay, we'll go over there and it's going to be the same old, the rice, the fish, and that's it. No, when we arrived at their residence, he lived in a palace. That's the only way I can describe it. They had come from America where they had lived for 10 years, built a house on her family's compound. This guy was 81 at the time. And the spread that they laid out for us, unbelievable. The first time I ever tasted jackfruit where it was used as a meat substitute. I mean, but they had everything. They had the cook, they had the maid, they had it all. This guy was living like a king. He's an upper level king. You can do it. Okay? These drop shot guys on here that are telling you it can't be done, it's because they're not doing it. They don't have the money, they don't have the circumstances to do it. But if you don't believe me, if you don't want to take my word for it, because I don't have that on tape, there's a video going around of a gentleman who built a 220 million peso house somewhere around Dumaguete. Well, that's what he's selling it for. It's a palatial estate. You can't describe that as nothing but living like a king over here. But that's the upper level, guys. But that's on YouTube right now. If you don't believe me, you can go and watch that video right now. Actually, there's 3 or 4 people who make videos about it because they're trying to help him sell the place. But all this foolishness about you can't live like a king in the Philippines, you absolutely can, if you have the right amount of money. Matter of fact, I promise you this right now. There's at least 6 expats right here in little bitty San Carlos City who live like kings, okay? I'm not gonna say any names. There's no need to say names. I'm talking about personal friends. There's other expats here who aren't my personal friends who live like kings over here. Okay, what's your definition of living like a king? Have everything done for you? Remember, a king pays all the bills. He's got all the money, see? But what's your definition of king? Having everything done for you? Because see, what most people fail to realize, you know, I did the video the other day about pay for play. Well, pay for play has its benefits, guys. It's not just about a relationship. It's about a lifestyle. It comes with more than just a woman who's gonna jump through hoops for you and run around in circles for you. It's a lifestyle. But there's levels to it, remember? But they'll tell you, oh, it's not true, it can't be done. They don't like hearing that word, living like a king. Well, I'm telling you that it's true and people are doing it, and you can do it under the right circumstances. But yeah, I've got a friend, a personal friend, that I enjoy breakfast with him once or twice a month. He's living like a king. Imagine living in a 6-bedroom, 6-bath house. Hey! But it's more than just material-wise, but this is how he lives. He has everything done for him. His food is served for him. He's driven around. Everything is, he's living like a king. But he was probably living like a king over in America. He goes and comes as he pleases. What is your definition of a king if that's not living like a king? There's a lot of men over here who live like kings, but they'll never tell you because they don't want the jealousy and the envy that goes along with it and the hate that goes along with it. So they keep a low profile. But I've seen it with my own eyes. Hell, I live like a king over here. Compared to the lifestyle I was living in America, you can't describe it as nothing but living like a king, man. It's more than just having an attractive woman. It's a lifestyle. Everything is done for me. My food is cooked for me. My clothes are clean. I don't have to do anything but pay the bills like any other king would do. Go and look at the Sultan of Brunei. He don't live any different than me. He just got more money. But everything that he has, I have. Or I could have if I wanted it. I could have a bodyguard. I could have a chauffeur if I wanted it over here. See? Because my income in the Philippines, they consider me rich. And yeah, I live like a king, man. I promise you. And it has more to do with them than me. The Filipinos that I've associated with over my last 16, 17 years are just unbelievable human beings. That's all it is. It's just something that they do. Like Marilyn's mother, if Marilyn treated me the way her mother treated me, I'd have married Marilyn a long time ago. Okay? This is not a knock on Marilyn. I'm just telling you that her mother is just an outstanding human being. It's just in her DNA. That's what she does. At 8 o'clock every night without fail, she brings me tea. I don't have to ask for it. She cooks my dinner. She does everything for me, man. There's nothing that she doesn't do for me because she's a good woman. There's nothing to do with me. But pay for play, it's more than a woman. It's a lifestyle, guys. So yeah, you can live like a king over here. There's many people that are doing it over here. Hell, there's Filipinos who live like kings over here. But we're talking about foreigners. But yeah, there's Filipinos who absolutely live like kings over here. No matter what your definition of a king is. So stop with that foolishness, guys. It is true, you can live like a king over here. Because the cost of living, first of all, is cheaper over here. Okay? You can have a maid. You can get a massage every damn day if you wanted to because you can afford it. That's what makes a king a king. You're going to have everything done for you. The woman is just the icing on the cake. Okay? The cream on the top, man. That's all it is. That's all she is. So thank y'all so much for stopping by. I wanted to put this to rest. That myth of you not being able to live like a king. You can. There's people who are absolutely doing it. There's one end, and then there's the other. So if in America, if in the Philippines, wherever y'all find it in your heart to help somebody, not a day goes by that I don't help somebody. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. We help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay out of trouble. I'll see you next time. Don't do anything stupid. Stop believing what people say and what you hear, and come over here. Experience it for yourself. Yeah. My house is paid for. Everything is paid for over here. I mean, no one serves me. I don't snap my fingers and people come running and all of that. See, that's a crazy definition of living like a king. But the lifestyle that I live, certainly compared to the lifestyle I was living in America, cannot be described as anything but living like a king. Yeah, so don't fool yourself. If you got the money, if you got the right circumstances, it can happen. But the people who you see online, these vloggers and other people who say, oh, that's not true, they can't live like a king, it's because they're not doing it. So they'll make you believe you can't do it. Or because they're not living like a king, they'll tell you you can't live like a king. It's not true, guys. I promise you, you can. I promise you, you can, because I'm going to say this before I get over here. Pay to play comes with its benefits. It's not just about the woman, it's about the lifestyle.
Boots on the ground, don't do nothing stupid. Give that man his flowers, a tribute through music. If I don't know nothing, I know one thing. When we help others,